up with why not anyone else other than the Baltimore Ravens hosting the New England Patriots, which is coming off a tough division loss there. And, they had a division opponent in the Buffalo Bills up 21-0. The Bills got back in the game and ended up winning. So now you have a team that is currently sitting at 11-3, New England Patriots, traveling to M&T Bank Stadium to face the Baltimore Ravens, which are 7-7. New England 6-0 in a row. This is a big game for them. They don't want to drop back-to-back games. And as I said earlier, them and Buffalo are actually tied head-to-head. They're one's 3-1 in the division, the other's 3-2. The Bills are, of course, 10-4, so they're one game back. And if for whatever reason New England loses this game, it gets real interesting. And from the spread here, the Ravens are actually 3-point favorites in this matchup. This is a super tough game. Last week, the bright sign for the Baltimore Ravens was Lamar Jackson, for the first time since coming back from injury, was not on the injury report. However, yesterday he did not practice. So, it was a little alarming to some. But my guess would be he's just resting the rest. Take a day off. Why be on the field? Every one of these games are tough, grueling, especially at the end with the position that they're currently in. So I think that was probably some just precautionary stuff. You've seen him take off a couple times last week with his explosiveness back. He didn't have a lot of passes. He was 8 for 12. He did throw 2. He had 2 or 3 drops from his receiver. So, he could have almost completed every pass he had out there. But the defense forced the shutout against Cincy, of course. So you didn't get to see them have to really open up the playbook. So now that he's fully healthy, or at least I'd assume he's fully healthy due to not being on the injury report for the first time since coming back from injury last week, I think we'll start to see them open up the playbook more, and this will be a good matchup against a good team on both sides of the ball. The Baltimore Ravens defense has been playing better. The New England defense has, been playing lights out. Drake May is surging in the MVP talks. Ravens are trying to find a way to get into the postseason, trying to find a way to win their division. Defense is putting it together at the right time. So we'll see how it goes. Drake made 290 completions this season for 3,567 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 7 picks. Lamar Jackson, 174 completions for 2,210 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 6 picks. Of course, Derrick Henry leads the way, rushing 233 carries, 1,125 yards with 10 touchdowns, but they've been getting Ali, Keaton Mitchell involved a lot more lately. Of course, Justice Hill as well. But those two specifically, they've been added to the mix a little more. Of course, Keaton Mitchell has that explosive speed that none of our other running backs have. Ali's fast as well, but he don't have that Keaton explosion. But I think they like him a little more in the passing game. So they've been putting him out there, of course, because Henry's not a receiving back. So we'll see how that goes. But of course, Henry's the bell cow there in that backfield. And then Travion Henderson, what a rookie year he's having coming on. Didn't even start the year as the starter, but he has 773 yards on 143 carries with 7 scores. Diggs, after all the off-season talk they was having about X, Y, and Z, he's still the leading receiver. He's been great in the locker room. 67 catches, 731 yards, and 3 scores. Flowers leads the Ravens with 959 yards on 71 catches and only 2 touchdowns. So this will be an interesting game here. This is, wow, the matchup predictor actually has 60.4% for the Baltimore Ravens. That's interesting that it's so lopsided on a team that's been playing so good. But, I actually do think the Ravens win this matchup. As I said in all the other matchups, though, I would not be surprised if the New England Patriots win this matchup. These matchups that I am talking about in this video, they're like 50-50 big-time matchups late in the year, playoff vibes for different reasons. So I think they're good talking points. But I do think the Ravens win this one. It'll be a tough one. I think Drake May coming into T-Bank Stadium, hostile environment, see what the weather will be there for that one, because the weather may be a factor as well. We're talking about New England, right? But we're talking about high-level football at this time of the year, and this New England team hasn't experienced that. Like, yeah, we know New England has crazy weather, but this team hasn't experienced that on a winning level at least. But it's supposed to be 10-mile-per-hour winds, so that can be crucial, for both teams as far as kicking and things go. But yeah, I think the Ravens win this one. It's going to be a hell of a game. Ravens, Pats, y'all know how that gets. So it'll be interesting for sure. But I'm leaning Ravens in this one. Let me know what y'all think.